Hello, welcome to this second in this short series of videos that I'm doing for Nucleus, all about how to sell your business and get paid. My name is Chris Budd. I sold my business, Ovation Finance, to an employee ownership trust back in 2018 after 20 years. I now work as a consultant helping other companies to do the same, whether it's to an employee ownership trust or just in another way, another exit that sees the business continue, but the owner leave. So last time we looked at all the things you need to do before you do anything else. This time I'd like to look at the 4 particular areas that you need to work on in order for the business to be able to last beyond you. Because our objective, I would say the objective of every business owner, is to make yourself the least important person in your business. So the first thing that you need to be doing is to setting up some sort of governance structures. Now, that could be a board, it could be a leadership team. When it comes to the EOT, you're also going to have a trustee body, so that's going to be an extra layer of interest. But the main thing, I think, the first step for any business that's getting to be a certain size is to set up a board. Do bear in mind that if the EOT is one of your options, you need probably a minimum of around 10 employees. So we're talking any business of that side will need to have a proper board or leadership team. And there's a number of roles that you can put into this board. You can have a managing director, sales and marketing, finance director, compliance, ops director, HR chair, non-executive director. All of these are typical roles on a board. And in many businesses, particularly businesses where the founder is still involved, they are often taking up all of those roles themselves, or many of them, if not all. So one of the things you've got to do is you've got to take off those hats and you've got to hand them to other people. And that means you need to start giving away control. Genuine control. That means not just what I used to think of empowerment was really actually just going, do you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. Can you do it? That's not empowerment. Real empowerment is giving away control, allowing people to make bad decisions. Now, that means that you have a leadership team or a board. And another question I have for you is your leadership team or board just made up of advisors? Or mainly advisors, because quite often the main fee earners in an IFA firm will then become directors and be added to the board. But a board made up of just advisors isn't going to have the broad perspective that you might otherwise have. That's where a non-executive can really come in, because then you get an outsider's view to take a view of things that's different from all the advisors having a view. So you've got a leadership team, maybe you've got a board. You've also got you continuing in the business, maybe, certainly until the day of it's being sold, and you've got other employees. And so the next exercise that I would really strongly recommend you do if you haven't before is a roles and responsibilities exercise. Who is doing what job? Write down all the different jobs that you have in the business. Who is doing each one of them? Are they suitably trained? Are they suitably happy doing that job? Do they understand it properly? This is something, I know this sounds bleeding obvious, but so many companies just kind of accumulate people, employees, especially when you've got a founder who is still doing lots of the things that maybe they don't want to be doing. A roles and responsibilities exercise can make it really clear about what the founder's role is going to be going forwards. So we've got a governance structure, we've got employee engagement in the form of giving away control and letting them have a real voice in the business. There's one other area that I want to talk about, which is what I call the flag in the ground. It's the flag around which the army might charge into battle. It's what the business is all about, why you exist. What's important about the existence of your business? Why would somebody come and work for you rather than the other guy down the road? And if that answer, by the way, is just money, you don't have a very good flag. I would suggest that a flag, the purpose of the business, the reason why it exists, is something that you will need to get embedded into the business in order for you to feel able to let go. Very often, people who don't let go in their businesses, it's because they don't trust everybody else to be running their business instead of them. So you need to be able to trust them, both in terms of their ability, the giving up control, but also in terms of the flag, so that the purpose of the business carries on beyond you. So those are 4 areas. We call it the Eternal Business with the Eternal Business Program. We run this online program which goes through all of these in huge amount of detail. So if you're interested in joining up to the online program or getting some consultancy, do just get in touch with me and I'd be happy to talk to you. Chris@theeternalbusiness.com. See you next time for the next video.